Good morning, everyone. We pick up on Luke's gospel again. In fact, it's a continuation of yesterday's gospel. But Jesus tells us or gives us this incident of that he was visiting a home, and this woman came in with this alabaster jar of perfume, and she sat down at his feet, and she wept, and with her hair she dried her feet and dried his feet, and then poured ointment onto it. And the ointment was very costly. And of course, the Pharisees, whose home Jesus was in, were sort of saying, how can you let this woman waste all this money on perfume and so forth? And Jesus defended her by simply saying, she's done far more for me than you guys did when I came in. And he continues, he says, she's come in and she's a sinful person. We know that she is. But she has shown so much respect for me that her sins, her many sins, are forgiven. Now, there are people who would say, well, that woman was Mary Magdalene. We don't know. That it doesn't specify in that particular passage. The theologians would start gathering together and say, well, this looks like that would probably be that person. But nevertheless, it's a situation where somebody came in and showed great respect for the Lord. And other people attempted to judge him and judge her by saying, that's not when they were judging it based on physical, earthly circumstances. And he's saying, look, we need to look beyond that. He also goes on to say, look, she has sinned so much, and yet she can be forgiven. And there's an interesting message in there for us. He says, the one who is forgiven more will love the forgiver more. And in that regard, it's important to understand that perhaps there are some people out there who just feel so distant from the Lord that they don't feel worthy to go to him. And that's where to say, well, anyone, and particularly in our circumstance in the Catholic Church, should approach the sacrament of reconciliation with the understanding it is to be reconciled. And often the people who have done the worst things, or else who have been harboring some sort of concern for so many years, they're the people who, in fact, are most humble. And therefore their relationship with the forgiver, the relationship with the Lord, becomes stronger. Why? Because the forgiveness has been greater, regardless of the circumstances. And maybe for those of us who feel that it's necessary to go to confession, but just seem to think there's a bit of a problem, can I just encourage you to go? Just go. Go and say sorry and let the Lord forgive you. And forgive yourself. Have a wonderful day and keep yourself safe. God bless. Bye-bye.